Recording in
Hi, good morning, Tom, Mesan. Hi.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Let me share my screen. Probably we can start. Meanwhile, feel
Okay.
free to add any points which we want to discuss in today's agenda document. I think we can.
Okay. Haven't seen today's entry. I'm going to add meeting entry.
Oh, it's there. Oh, you know. Just bear with me. Let me share the screen. Okay, so I think I can probably let's start. Meanwhile, feel free to keep adding the discussion. I mean, in the
Okay.
agenda items, and probably can start with. So one of the issue which was raised by, I think the team which is maintaining the VC package, I mean, they had a concern that we are not, when we are doing a release, we don't mention the versions of all the dependencies which are used with that release. Like it was difficult for them to figure out what was the OpenTelemetry proto version which we are using. So I think they just suggested that if part of any new release, if we also should start providing what are the versions of various dependencies which we have, like gRPC, JSON, library, Open Telemetry Protocol, proto versions which we are using. That would be good. That would be easy for them to really.
Is there a new issue on this?
No, there is no new issue. This was discussed in the Slack channel.
Okay. I see.
So just probably we just go through that. And also I wanted to talk about, I mean, while we are discussing this, I just wanted to talk about how should we handle. So right now we don't, as part of our build definition, at least for CMake, we don't download any of the dependencies. We assume that they are already installed. Either they are coming as a submodule, or they are basically defined as an external dependency. they are installed externally, and we are just going to use that. The problem right now, which I see here is that at least the dependencies which are coming as a submodule. So right now, if we see, let me just open this. If we go to the third party, at least some of the dependencies like JSON and OpenTelemetry protocol, which we definitely need for our gRPC exporter, and JSON is required for other exporters. The problem here is that our releases are the tar files, and which are not the GitHub repos. I mean, so the submodule does not really come into the picture. I mean, we cannot really initialize those submodules because there is no .git directory, and so that kind of is causing the confusion among different teams. Like, how should we do the installation? So running our CMake may try to use the third-party library, but it may not be there. At least for the GitHub repos, it won't get initialized. Also, some models will not be updated. So should we change at least for these dependencies which are coming from third modules, or should we start update our CMake scripts to download it at the build time, which we have not been doing till now?
A question. Is there any limit on the CMake version?
That's one of the issues which we do have it, I think. Tom, if you have, but let me just go through that. It's 3.1.
3.1. Okay.
Maybe we can upgrade this version number.
Yeah, the question is whether you're gonna support it or not. I mean,
we have to see which version actually provides the support for downloading the packages at build time.
Is it recommended to use CMake to download our dependencies? I mean, like for VC package, it itself manages the dependencies, right? I think VC package should install all our dependencies before building and install us. Should that be the case? In this case,
that is what they are going to do. But the problem here is that in some, at least for some of these dependencies which are coming through some modules, we expect them to be already present in the third modules directory or third-party directories. So which is kind of weird.
Think we use third party maybe as a fallback, right? In our setup, like setup script, build script, we still try to build download and build one.
So it's there. It's the fallback for JSON, but it's not fallback for at least OpenTelemetry protocol. It assumes that this is there and we are going to use it from here. I mean, so basically it's for this one. Because the problem is that this OpenTelemetry protocol does not have any CMake configuration script inside that. So basically we just need to download it and try to create the protobuf files, the headers and the source files using this. So
I see. Thanks. Yes. Yeah. And OpenTelemetry -proto is also not available in VC package. It is not there. So I think we need to
it cannot be because there is no CMake. There is no CMake configurations for this.
Okay.
It just brings the proto files. That's all. There's no build scripts in this.
Okay. So, in this case, why we can't use submodule here? I mean, just for OpenTelemetry -proto, can we still use submodule just for this one?
We can use, but if somebody who is downloading our tar file, the release files, there is no submodule concept there, right? Because it's not a GitHub repository, which is causing a problem.
I see. Because
It's
maybe
way
we
more
can check. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, it's way more convenient when the CMake can download it. I mean, I myself don't use submodules. I just add them to my CMake. I specify the versions there, so it just grabs whatever it needs, and then you do nothing.
That's true. I think probably based on our current implementation, we can check whether the submodule is empty. If it is, we can start download. Yeah. If it is
Yeah.
empty, means the user may just extract it, download it as a zip package, and no submodule. So we have to download. I think we have some logic in our build script for this. I think Max added something like this. Check whether the submodule is empty or not.
It's not there. I mean, I remember I did add it for the JSON library
Okay.
some time back, because this was a confusion for JSON. But JSON does make sense because it can be used as an external dependency. I mean,
That's
so,
right. Yeah, only
yeah,
the
so we can,
proto one.
yeah, proto. We cannot do find package or something for proto and assume that it's already there. So
Okay.
yeah, so probably in that case, I think downloading it does make sense for specifically for OpenTelemetry proto, because that assumes that we don't need to do it. So, I mean, at least the users does not need to download it outside and then put it somewhere and then somehow change our CMake scripts to make it work. It's kind of weird in that case. I mean, they have to do our changes in the build scripts and in our build scripts and somehow make it work, or maybe download it in the third-party directory. They have to do that manually.
We download it in the third-party library.
So somebody who is downloading the tar file, they have to first download this separately, and they have to copy it in the third-party library, and then start the CMake scripts.
I see.
The
Yeah.
build scripts, yeah. So
But
this
for
is
our
what,
new build, like if we're going to download it by CMake, we don't need to put it here, right? We can just put it into the build output folder, temp folder, download it there, and generate the header and C++ files in the output.
yeah, exactly. So
okay, I think this works.
The only problem would be that as of till now, we have been our CMake build script was something which can run even if you are offline on your local laptop. You don't need any external connection to really do anything, as long as you have all the dependencies. But that is going to break now.
Okay.
Which is
and
fine.
this is.
I mean,
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking that it should be, if we really want to have that kind of constraint, that the build script should be successfully executable even if we are offline. We really need that constraint.
Okay. And this is not a problem for Bazel, right? I remember Bazel tries to download all the dependencies by itself.
Does that. So that's how Bazel is basically is designed. It has to download everything. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we can file a bug on this, and
yeah, at least good to fix it for OpenTelemetry proto. I think we don't need to change for rest of them. I think Prometheus also should be fine, but let's do it for this, because that's.
Yeah, for others, I just want to, I think we just need to make sure we prefer the dependence from, like if we are built from VC package, we prefer the dependence installed by VC package, not our submodule. Maybe that's a good thing.
Just come again.
I mean, for the VC package installation, like for all the submodules except Proto, they should prefer the one from VC package, not our sub module.
Yes.
Because that one, then we can reuse the share. We don't need to build an extra thing,
Yes.
right? Like Google Test one, I think if it comes from VC package, it can be shared with others. No need to build a separate copy.
Yes, and I think they would be doing that. At least for rest of those packages, they would be definitely using it from VC package. It's just that
You
this
mean
is
that's our
something
current
which-
behavior, right? You mean
Yeah.
that's our current behavior?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Okay.
one
So, yeah, please.
I couldn't add things like, for example, this this portal. For example, I installed somewhere. I wasn't able to use that. You know, it didn't work for me. Like Google Test also. So you have to install it either in a user local something, so the find package works.
Okay.
You can't bring your own. That's I think this also needs to be changed, or
Do you
something
mean
you have.
what search order do you suggest? Like for Google Test?
Sorry.
I mean, are you suggesting we change our search order, like search user local at first, then?
Yeah, maybe we give some option like user local. If you didn't find, you go somewhere else that the user specifies, like an option.
I think the user local or the USR, that one like should be the default search path for find a package, right? If we call find a package, it should go search there. Find_ package from CMake.
Yeah, but I mean, if it didn't find, it should go to the directory that's mine, right?
If it didn't find, then use our sub module. Do you mean that, or somewhere else?
Yeah, for example, somewhere else like Google Test, I use it.
I mean, I just want to understand. I mean, I sound like if I see this CMake file, so it first tries to check if it is present in our CMake binary libgtest_a. If it exists, that means it is going to use it from
This
third-party.
one from build tree. I mean, this one from our sub module, right? Build from sub module, is it?
Yeah, this is from some module, but if it is not present, then if it is not Windows, then it is going to do find
General,
package.
yeah, general
So
find
this
package.
will work, right? So this means it will work irrespective of wherever it is installed.
Yeah, but the order is we prefer our sub module. Then if it is not there, we then use like do some general search.
So
Either
this
basic
is-
package or user local.
So this will not be a general search find package.
I mean, this means general, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the user installed or the basic package installed will be
Yes.
found here.
So
But-
I mean, in that case, Ehsan, I think it should work, right? If you even install Google Test in your custom directory, non-system path custom directory, as long as the CMake configurations are there for Google Test, this should be able to this find package should be able to successfully locate it and start using it.
I think this should work.
I have to give it a try again. It didn't work for me, I remember.
Okay.
Okay,
Please
yeah,
check
please
it
let me
once.
know
Yes.
the error you got. And I'm just wondering about the order right here. We prefer our third module. I mean, perhaps we could prefer the one installed by the OS, not our third module. Our third module can be used as a fallback. This way we can reuse the one installed by the user or other package manager at first without building our own copy of Google Test.
Okay.
Yeah, like if we are like in currently, I think based on this code, if it is installed by basic package, it will try to build a Google Test from our third party instead of reuse the one installed by basic package.
Okay.
So which means we build an extra copy and only for us, not share with everyone else.
Okay. You're saying that we should change order of search
Order of search dependencies, like in the Google
for
test.
Google. This is specifically for Google test, what you're saying, or in general?
Yeah, the
like
current
which-
one is.
Yeah, test search user installed, followed by the third submodule.
Yeah, I think that we maybe we can make this as a general rule to the search. And we put our, and like for some dependencies, we have version requirement and we put our version into the final packages. We make sure we get the right version while expecting, like for Google Test, I think we require some version to meet
Yes,
our
actually, yeah,
expect.
I think that's a reason why we kept the third submodule as the first check, because we want a specific version of Google Test to be used. But I think we can always
Yeah.
document it. We can always document the Google Test version
Yeah.
as part of release definition and as part of release summary, and then I think we can probably change the order.
Okay. Yeah, I think that it's a good thing to document the Google Test
Yeah.
version we require. For here, I think we can't see anything
Yeah.
for that.
I mean, I'm not very much fan of third-party submodules. I mean, specifically if our releases are the source releases. I mean, non GitHub repo releases. I mean, probably have it at the end. Definitely, that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, let's try to make third party optional then. Yeah, I think that works great.
And I'm just going to mention for okay, I'll change it afterwards. Create an issue for downloading for specific CMake version. And okay, yeah, this is fine. Apart from that, I just wanted to talk about this Matrix API PR is on review. Probably if you guys want to just have a quick look on this.
Is there a single PR or multiple?
Yeah, it's already there. So
Okay.
I got some comment from Relly and Josh. I have incorporated those comments. But just feel free to look into this. I still
Okay.
need to do the changes here. The changes which we discussed in terms of the namespace. So we'll have the matrix namespace for both. We'll have this matrix namespace for both the old implementation and the new implementation, but we are going to have it in different. But we're going to rename the directories for the existing implementation to matrix.legacy or old.
Okay.
Ehsan, I mean, just wanted to take your feedback, because I understand you would be using the current implementation of matrix, right?
Yes, that was my suggestion.
Yeah, I mean, Ehsan is still there. Probably I know their team,
Yeah.
their company has been using that. So just wanted to check with him.
Yeah, I can also change it. It's no problem.
No, I mean, we are planning to do the change. I mean, we are planning to change the current code base such that, so if you see here right now, there is a matrix directory under API. So we are going to change it to matrix.old.
Yeah, I mean, my use is I don't use it anywhere. I'm just interested in
Okay,
open
fine.
telemetry
That's
stuff.
that's fine, because
Okay.
I know there were a few companies who were using Matrix, at least the Prometheus exporter. So I just wanted, we'll definitely mention it, I mean, upfront, that we are going to do these changes. But yeah, this would be a breaking change if you're going to rename these directories. So I just wanted to yeah, I think that's what I wanted to say. Do you want to add anything more in the agenda today?
Yeah, I had a PR for Prometheus.
Yes. Yeah, I think we have to let me do it this week for sure. I'm sorry about the delay.
Yeah, no problem.
Let me do that this week. I think probably me and Tom can have a look into this.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and let's probably just wanted to quickly go through if we have any.
I just have one more topic.
Yeah.
I received a question from VC Package that right now, at least OTLP exporter is missing in our VC Package installation. Maybe we should fix that, or in our, at least I think in our next release. Currently, the 1.0.1 has no OTLP exporter there in the list.
So
the Jagger exporter, Zipkin are there.
No, I didn't get. OTLP exporter is missing in the VC package installation.
Yes, let me share the list,
probably
the current list.
Let me stop sharing and then probably you can share it.
I will share it in the chat window.
Okay, sorry. Then let me share it.
No problem. Can you see it? Can you see the message in the chat window?
Yeah, I can see the message. But what exactly is this? From where this list is coming from?
This list comes from VC Package, yeah, which means VC Package can install each of those, but the OTLP is missing here. Probably there's one more.
Yeah, but that should not be us, right? We don't officially support or officially maintain VC packages. Right?
That's true, yeah, and I think that.
And but just to I think let you know that PR has been raised. Let me see. If this is what you're talking about.
Okay,
open
yeah,
telemetry.
probably, yes, okay.
Yeah, so this PR is already there. I think it's.
Okay, sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully I can
this will fix the issue. And I think I'm going to document yeah, based on this, maybe we can add in the basic package thing to our installation guide, right? Which means, I mean, we should. I mean, I want to just explicitly document that VC package and Conan packages are there, but not officially released by OpenTelemetry. If somebody want to use it, they can definitely use, but it's not something coming from our OpenTelemetry community. That's just to mention it specifically if some people are interested to use that, because we are not really maintaining those packages. Does it make sense? Okay. Or I mean, if you have something, to me. Right? Yeah. Okay, I think we can, if we don't have anything else to add, we can directly go to the GitHub issues just to talk about if there's something
Unit test is failing. This is something I think we have been seeing it not consistently, but I think some of the CI test case sometimes fail with this.
Okay.
Probably just need to look into what exactly is this. Haven't seen that, but I just raised the issue for this. Open telemetry, if this is missing a dependency on gRPC. Yeah, this I think probably I'll look into this. I mean, I think is I did use custom install for gRPC and protobuf, but I think the issue comes only if the protobuf and the gRPC are installed in separate directories. Then the issue comes, and probably I'll look into this. I'll assign it to myself. Now this PR is raised. This is a valid PR, but I don't know why it is failing. This basically we should, if we are not using gRPC, we are using gRPC HTTP protocol, then probably we should not be. Some of the dependencies should not be built. So it's just does those changes. And somehow David has not really fix the CI build issues. So probably I think we'll ping him once again. Otherwise, I think probably I'll take it over and fix these changes.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, sorry, it should be issues. And this is also, don't want to really touch it because we are anyway going to change the matrix API. We do use dynamic cast in somewhere in the matrix implementation, which should not have been there.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
But I think if it's a design change, I don't want to touch it right now. Assuming we are going to rewrite most of the stuff in the SDK. So we can keep it open. If somebody really is affected with this, I think they are more than welcome to really fix it.
So this comes from the legacy metrics, right?
Yes, it comes from legacy. Okay. So that's why I'm not touching. If that's why if somebody really affected, I mean, in the performance issues, I think they can fix it up.
Yeah, perhaps we keep it open, and sometime later we just remove the legacy API implementation.
Exactly. Yeah. This is ongoing. I mean, Tom, you are working on this HTTP log, gRPC log exporter, right? So I think we can close it once it's done.
Okay.
Mixed byte and string. This is something which is not reproducible by us. I think one of the user was getting it, but I think I told him to give a minimal repro. He is not able to provide as of now. So we'll wait for him to really. I'll ping him once again, and probably I don't want to keep it open if it's something which is not reproducible by anybody else and he's just seeing it in his own setup. I'll just assign it to myself and I'll ping him once. And we got this. Yes, this is another issue. I don't know how to fix this, but this is a compiler bug. And this is specific to one of the compilers where it is failing, and let me see what it was. Okay. And this is failing only for GCC 7.5.0 on 18.0 which is LTS. So
this, I think this compiler is a popular one, right?
Yeah, it's popular. Yes. This distribution is popular one. Yeah, this distribution is a popular. It's a long-term support. I think it would be there more than 23, 24. Need to check out. And but this is a default compiler with this 18.04. So yeah, it's popular one, and either we should add we should patch it up only for this compiler to fix that. So that's one of the solutions which we can do it. So it is going to affect the performance for sure, because we are going to mention as no inline and no clone as attributes. So it's going to affect the performance. So if at all we have to do the change, it should be only specific to this compiler, just because there is a bug with this, which may be fixed sometime later.
Okay.
So anyway, I'll keep it with me and let me see if at all we have to do any change. I don't see anybody else complaining as of now. If they are not keeping it as a priority for now. I think that's all the issues. Rest are mostly I haven't seen that. Was this was fixed, right? I mean, Tom, I need to see what. Okay, no, I think I got the context. We don't plan to fix it because we cannot have variable data types in variant. I think you raised a valid point here, Tom. I mean, I remember this. That the variant should only have fixed data types, should not have a variable ones. Yeah. Should I just assign it to you? I mean, if you feel it can be closed, probably just discuss with him, and if it can be closed.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I will follow up this one.
And I think this, I'll just have a look with me. Rest all our matrix APIs use cases, so I think we can just remove it. Or we can just ignore them as of now. For pull request, this is on draft, so I'm not seeing as of now. This I will take it over if it is not, if David is not going to work on this, I will take it over. This is, we already discussed this. This Ehsan, I think we'll review it this week.
Yep, thanks.
And I want for this one some changes I have suggested Arush, but he has not get back to us. So let me just ping him once again. And yeah, that's all. I think this we can close it. Let me go through that. I think this is very old one. I think we should be good closing it. And rest are all the old ones. I think we can just ignore it. And yeah, that's all. Anything else we want to discuss?
No, from my side.
And
Okay.
also not for me. If you
Okay, I
create
think
for the CMake, I can make a PR for it.
for which one? I mean,
For the proto you talked about.
yeah, please. I think that would be great. I think if you want to take it.
Thank you.
Create it when
Thanks.
you,
Thanks.
there's with description maybe.
I think it will be great if we keep the portal version number into a central place. Currently, I think we have that in our build script.
Okay, you're saying somewhere in our documentation, Markdown document?
Not Markdown. I mean, even I think we are going to add CMake to download the version, right? So download open
Okay, got it.
television portal. So if we unify the version number, yeah, not put it into multiple places, I think that will be great.
So, I mean, if I get it right, you're saying that keep it somewhere so that both Bazel and CMake should use it from there?
Both, so that will be great. I'm not sure whether that's possible. If
yeah,
yeah, if not possible, maybe I think for CMake we use one, for Bazel use one. I think that
okay,
that's feasible. Yeah.
okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. We don't have anything else to discuss. I think we get 20 minutes back. Thanks,
Thank you.
Ehsan and Tom for joining. I think have a good rest of the day.
You too. Thank you all.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.